Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the Essendon vs Adelaide game. This will be, I think, the last video for today. I'll have to leave the last review for Wednesday and go through all my other content Wednesday, Thursday as well. Just trying to catch up dramatically after missing so much time with other things going on. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, MERRETT 150 went absolutely nuts. I wish I had him as captain. Didn't expect a 5 out of 5 toughness game to go 150. I was sort of expecting a 105 or something like that, but a 150 I'll gladly take. It was on 120 at 3/4 time, so that was just ridiculous. And yeah, so just ridiculous from him. And he's still at that M2 role, but is sort of sticking there and will be there for pretty much the rest of the year, I think. Unless I can get, I do want to get an Oliver, but I don't think I will be this year able to. Maybe next year or something like that, as I mean Oliver's going to be so highly priced now at 118 average, but he has played those 10 games, which is annoying. If he played the 9, he would have actually, I think, been priced at, if he played 9, he would have been priced at, I believe, about a 108 or 109, rather than being priced at 118. So we do need Oliver almost to, can they just play him as sub one game or something like that? Because that would bring down that average for next year or something like that, and also bring down his price dramatically for the rest of the year. Play him as sub, give him 30 minutes on so he can get a 25 or something like that, and that would get his break even dramatically down. I mean, Oliver is sitting at a 126 break even, so it would take 2 weeks for him to go down. If that was the case, it's never going to happen, but that would just be funny if it did. Parrish 150, could look at him, but also I think he's just out of my price range this week, and by next week, etc., there will be other guys to get. And I'm really looking at a keys for Tuke Miller swap, as that could go quite crazy in the next little bit. And then I'm sort of hoping that I can get Himmelberg to go crazy in the next little bit, so that I can get him up soon as well. But I sort of need some cash gen out of him. Martin 117 was huge. Heppel 114 as well, absolutely huge. And the third is 66, as he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 marks. So we got 21 points in marks alone, as well as I'm guessing probably 20 odd points in kicks as well. Perkins 103 was quite ridiculous again. So he looks really good. Don't know if he will necessarily keep that forward role, but him or Caldwell could be interesting next year if they keep that forward role, or Hobbs as well. He could be interesting as well. As if whereas Hobbs here 70, but he should be able to keep that forward status, as I think they've just played enough, and you will, I think, see whereas Shield will drop off, as well as some other guys. So I think Essendon mid forwards are some of the guys to target in the next year of fantasy. I think we roll into that point where we're just hoping that some people hit their percentages to be able to keep that forward statuses. I think that's going to be a tough position next year, it looks like. Martin, I don't know. I think Martin will, I'm pretty sure he's going to lose his forward status as well, which is going to be annoying, as he would be probably almost the F1, to be honest. Heppel, Perkins, McGrath, Wright, Guelphy, Caldwell. Redmond 76, so he kicked a goal early as well to get to the 76. Durham, Zerk Thatcher, Hobbs 70, so he's gone 15, 31, 11, 13, so he'll be interesting. I think he will hold forward status, and that'll be huge, because I think he will go mid next year, and for him to be priced around that 78 or 80 odd going into next year will be huge. Laverty, Kelly, Langford, Ridley, Phillips, Stringer, Menzies, Snelling, Wiedemann, Shield. So we'll see with that. Also, one thing to put into perspective is that I think Harry Himmelberg will move, and I think he's going to be one of those top 6 forwards next year, because I think he might even hold his forward status, depending on how many, because you sort of, if he plays 20 games, he has to play about 7 full games forward, and he's going to play about 22. And if you look here, that was a forward game 2, 3, 4. That was a forward game 5, 6, 7, that I think was a forward game as well. So that was 8. These ones, I think he played forward for the first 10 games of the year. So I think Himmelberg is going to hold it, but I think they're going to convert him to. He's obviously playing down back now, but I think they're also going to make him obviously I think he's going to be able to have that forward status, and I think Sydney are intent on playing him down back as well. So I think that could be really well, and he could be a player from the start as well, and he will be priced at around 70 or something. So he might be the type of guy to go for. Then we move over to Adelaide here, and Jordan Dawson 128 was ridiculous. Was quite annoying that MERRETT was just outdoing him, and I was just like, they're both of my teams are great, but also at the same time annoying. And yeah, he had a ridiculous 71 in the second half. One thing with Dawson is that I think for the second or third straight week, he's got 15 plus marks and tackles. I want to say, if I can just make this a little bit bigger for you guys. 8 and 8, 8 and 8, 9 and 12. So that was the third straight week where he's gone 16 plus with marks and tackles, and that's just huge. As 16, even if it's just marks, the lowest scoring one, that's 48 non-disposal points. And with it being 8 and 8, that goes up to 64, I believe. Is that right? No, so 56 non-disposal points in itself. He also, I believe, did he have a couple of free kicks, I'm guessing. He also had a free kick against, which didn't help as well. So that got him down to 61 non-disposal points. So he's still getting 70 disposal points, but non-disposals being in the 60s or whatever, or 50s or something is really helping out his score. Laird 116, he looks primed as well. So one guy I'm looking for as well, if I can go, if I can get Green, Keys and Crouch, I think, out of my side, as well as Himmelberg and Darcy Cameron, I think that's going to be the structure that I need. I just need to be able to get Himmelberg up to a Sicily, and then I need to get Darcy Cameron up to a Butters, and then also be able to do some other guys, but I think I will be able to. Laird, O'Brien, what does Darcy Cameron price at? 721k. So he's still, he didn't do much, did he? He went down 7k, okay. Then you got Laird, O'Brien, Hinge, Smith, Hinge, Keys, 91. He saved it in the second half. It was quite annoying. He had 2 or 3 tackles in the first half, and I believe a free kick somewhere against. Did he have a free kick against somewhere? Doesn't look like it, so that was good. Where he could have easily gotten, I think, up to 100, to be honest with you. He could have easily done it. So I still think the roll's there, and there's a little bit of potential cash in to get up to that 820 sort of roll range, where he can be basically exchangeable with Took, and I can get like Mullins down to someone. If I can get Mullins down to someone in a couple of weeks and save 130 in that week, and then be able to in the next week get someone like Darcy Cameron up as well as getting like Noah Long out as well, that would be really helpful. And then, so Jones still right, Worrell, Sloan, Rankin, McHenry, Walker, Miller, Scholl, Rochelle as well. Another disappointing guy, but he should be able to hold forward status, and he's another guy that I'm looking at who I think can go into the midfield, as I think they may move on from Keys next year, but they may also insert Keys next year as well. So Keys and Rochelle, whoever gets the role, who I think will, as well as potentially Pedlar as well. But Pedlar, I think, will play more of, from my knowledge as a Swans fan, like a Tom Papley or a Heaney role, where it's like 10-15% in the midfield and the rest up forward as that medium tall forward. So I think it's a shootout between Rochelle and Keys for that, definitely that third midfield spot. As I think Sloan, wherever he is going to get moved on, and I think Sloan being back has really negatively impacted Keys. So I really need Sloan to get dropped, because then Keys becomes that 110 product again and is really helpful. Rankin, McHenry, Walker, as we talked about, and then we go down. Pedlar 38 is quite disappointing, so you've got to get off him. Schoenberg, Saligo, Murphy, and Michelini 22, so you've got to get off him as well. But that is the basic video there, and I guess I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.